Hey Frugivore, welcome back to the Frugivore Diet channel. So today's video, we are going to react to my old fridge about 5 years ago when I ate raw for what's in my fridge, and basically comparison to now. So I think you're going to find that quite fascinating. We're going to watch it together, raw reaction. I haven't watched it for like 5 years, so that should be interesting. And also, I want to, help foster a bit of a community here because I want to connect with you, and I think it's important for fellow fruit lovers and fruit-based eaters to connect with each other because we are in the minority. So we need to help keep each other strong. And so just let us know where you're from in the comments below, and in the world, where you're from in the world, what's your interests, anything like that. Tell us more. Let us know more about yourself. I would love to, read those comments. I can't, guarantee I'm going to comment back to everyone, but I'd love to read more about you. Okay, because I do actually care about you, and I cherish the fact that we are, creating something that is very unique here, and it is helping spread an empowering, positive, happy, healthy message. And it can feel very lonely sometimes on this path because there is hardly anyone who gets it, but you do get it. And I'm so thankful for you. So please tell me more about yourself. And if you want to see more of these videos, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever. Just vote if you want to see more of them. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what my old fridge used to look like. Okay, Frugivore, here we are back on my main channel, my original channel, Freelee the Banana Girl, 764,000 subscribers. And I will be going back to that channel and putting a bit of an update, a Food Forest update 2021, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we are going to do a review of my old fridge, what's in my fridge. And this video has had nearly 500,000 views, 429,000 views, and it was uploaded September 2016 when the algorithm was actually suggesting my videos to my audience. So let's check it out, shall we? Let's see how I used to eat. How many years ago now is that? 5 years ago. Okay, let's check it out. Take a look what's in my fridge. It's not really that exciting, but I got some stevia drops. These are just for... Yeah, that's quite a few stevia drops there because I did like the flavors. I did add them to smoothies, and I still do use the vanilla one in particular. And whether they're raw or not is questionable. It's probably not raw, okay? So just keep that in mind. And they do have natural flavors, which I'm not 100% sure of the origin of that. So you might want to check it in case you have some sort of allergies, but they are plant-based. I've never had an issue with them, and I only have a small amount. And it's only used for flavoring purposes, not for, a sugar replacement. Not for like sweetening up anything, that is for flavoring smoothies. Got some jam. This is barbecue sauce. What? This barbecue sauce? See, I haven't watched this for 5 years. I doubt that is mine. I highly doubt that. I don't even like barbecue sauce. Left over from when some people stayed at my place. Oh, okay. This is also some mustard left over from then. Okay, there you go. I haven't even watched it for 5 years, and I knew that wasn't mine. These sauces don't have any taken out of them. Really. And tomato sauce, organic, and this is barbecue sauce. I just don't like those. Vinegary, actually, I'm not really a fan of this. Yeah, strawberry jam. So strawberry jam. So as you can see, a lot of these bottles don't have a lot out of them because it's just not something that I was into. I think they just sat there for a long time. You buy it and you try it and you're like, nah. Strawberry jam. If you're having jams, then you're not getting enough sweet, fresh fruit. And maybe at this point I wasn't, but I don't think I had much of that. So coconut, what? Cocoa, not soy sauce. This is beef. Okay, so a coconut soy substitute. That's just like superfood. I don't know. I just highly doubt I would have been having much of that at all. And I would recommend, hey, you can try like a soy sauce alternative on the Frugivore Diet is blend up like those brown mushrooms, like the crimson, I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but maybe even any mushroom with salt water, and you will get like a bit of a soy sauce substitute. It's not exactly the same, but you can try it. B12. Yeah. B12, you just spray it under your tongue, or spray it on your tongue. Sugar cane. Oh yeah, gotta get that. Maple syrup. Okay, so I was having maple syrup and sugarcane juice. Sugarcane juice, I love it. I still love it, of course. It's not something I would regularly make a meal of course, and it does actually contain some fiber in the processing. Maple syrup, that's just, if you're not, getting enough dates, if you're not having enough dates, like as a sweetener, you can use dates as a sweetener instead of maple syrup. But enough fruit in general, you go for the maple syrup. What's this, plant milk? A bit of almond breeze. I did go through a bit of a stage where I was having this almond breeze. plant milk, and I was having that in smoothies. So, but it tastes like cupboard to me. It's like kind of just cupboard tasting, not fresh tasting. Like you can make your own almond milk. And a lot of those have just oil and, they're not the best. I think I got a lower fat one. Or just a whole lot of water,
Prune juice. God, I think that's been there for like a year.
Prune juice.
Cordial, handmade cordial. Homemade.
Cordial.
Handmade. Mango chili sauce.
I did go through a stage where I was having that mango chili sauce. Would I have it now? No, I would just make my own. It's incredibly easy. So I was into some convenience foods you can see here.
Coconut water. God, that's been there for a while too.
Coconut water. And now I actually have coconuts in my food forest, so that's why I go straight for the fresh stuff.
All right, jam. We got some jam and tahini from when someone...
Tahini. I got some tahini. Miles would be very happy to see that. If you want to start on a fruit-based diet, then I recommend my books. I haven't talked about my naked lunchbox much, but I recommend this one. I have lunchbox recipes in here. They are cooked, but it is a good transition over to Roquefort and the Frugivore Diet. So this one and also has a lot of female empowerment. It's getting great reviews. Very proud of this book. I put in a lot of heart, a lot of time into that one. All my books have a lot of heart and time, but that one was particularly because it's female issues and, just the oppression that we have gone through basically since birth is crazy. Anyway, I talk about it more in there. Go fruit yourself. It will be available as soon as possible, but it is a process on Amazon. We have to check the copies. We have to order another copy. It's all the way from America. There's, during this whole time, so it's hard to get things quickly. But you can get the ebooks. You can get all these 3 ebooks, my Roquefort book, and start the fruit-based lifestyle today. That's what I recommend. You go out, buy a box of bananas, box of dates, get it happening today. There's no time to lose, okay? Is there really any time to waste when you want to feel your best? You want to feel your best and, do the right thing by the animals and the planet. There's no time to waste. It's a very urgent message. And you can get all of my ebooks for a very reasonable discounted price. It's like my life's work. The link is in the description below. You can get them all in one download instantly. So check it out. Link in the description below. These are the physical books available on Amazon. I'm not selling them. They're on Amazon. And the proof really is in the banana pudding. If you want to get similar, fit, lean results, then it starts with your diet. Your diet is most important. Fruit-based is going to get you those results long-term, and you're actually going to feel satiated. Yeah, I have tahini sometimes, very rarely now. I mean, actually, I don't think I've had it for a year or so because it is very difficult to get any raw ones. So most of the ones that are available have been roasted. So you're getting some basically a lot of rancid fat when they roast the oils, when they roast the fat. So you have to be aware of that. Pasta sauce, okay.
Stayed here. I don't actually eat it, but someone might. Pasta sauce. And in the back we have...
You can see how...
Salsa de chipotle. I don't think I bought that either.
So a few things I didn't buy, but that jam, did you notice the jam was full up to the top? Because I was likely eating enough sweet fruit at that point, so I didn't want any jams.
Lentils. These are lentils. Looks like poo, but it's lentils. We got
lentils are so boring to me. You know what I mean? Even back then, if you have them without salt, it's just blah. If you have any of these beans without salt, right? These cooked beans, they don't taste good because they're not really human food. When you cook them up, sure, and there's a lot of people claiming, even Dr. Greger, they're amazing for your health and everything like that. Look, we're not meant to eat a lot of beans, which are essentially seeds, okay? We're not meant to eat a lot of seeds, and that's why we start to feel quite ill if we eat too many, because the seed is basically protecting itself, and there's phytates as well that we have to deal with. So it's not optimal.
Greens. We got organic baby spinach.
Okay.
This is an immune system, if I feel like I'm a bit low in immunity for some reason, for stress or something, I'll take...
I don't know what this immunity thing is, but I'm not sure why I would buy that. I'm just thinking sometimes I go to health food stores and I don't know if you're like this, but I'll see a few things. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll give that a try. This is in the past. Now I'm more no, I just trust my body. I eat correctly. I exercise. I hydrate myself. And, even in the last 5 years, I've obviously learned a lot.
Take that. It's olive leaf extract and stuff. This is
that said, I do believe in herbs. I do believe in some herbs, healing power of herbs. I do. tea tree oil and lavender oil and eucalyptus oil. There's definitely great uses for some herbs. Okay, so yeah, just keep that in mind. I'm not, completely writing off natural medicine like that. Not at all. But, you do have to address the cause of these issues and eat well.
Like refried beans, I think, are not fried.
Okay.
Bananas. Heaps of ripe bananas.
Yeah, of course.
To go turn too quickly.
Good.
Spinach, and the juice. Apple juice.
Okay, so I had an apple juice there. And I do sometimes still buy, a juice here and there, like I've said before, but I avoid making it my whole meal because it is important to get the fiber. But I am impartial to a juice still. I'm not saying juice is terrible, you can never have it again, but fiber is an essential nutrient, so you should have it.
More juices. This is mango and banana. Really nice.
Yeah, they had a bit of fiber in them. They're not just straight juice. Mango, they're kind of thicker, smoothie-like.
So we've got jackfruit in there.
Jackfruit.
And greens.
I've got a lot of packet stuff there. You can see the corn's in a packet, the zucchini's in a packet, and obviously it's better if you can avoid the packet and avoid the plastic.
That's it in the fridge. The fridge is done.
Okay. Not bad.
In the freezer we have...
Critiquing myself here. Not bad. Mixed vegetables. Organic berries. I cannot imagine having frozen vegetables. I don't know why. I doubt that I was eating them because most of the time I was just having baked potato kind of in the air fryer thing and sweet potato and salad and stuff. Berries, good.
Organic berries, sugar cane.
Oh, I wish that was in my freezer now. I really wish. I love sugarcane, but we're growing it here fresh now, which is amazing. It's always best to get it fresh yourself, right? But I was living in a city there. In a city, you have to be dependent on others for your food, and that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Look, banana beads, sugarcane, some more frozen fruit.
Okay.
And a pizza base.
Oh, okay. So I have a pizza base in there. Yeah, a gluten-free pizza base. That's another thing that I would rarely eat. And I'm not trying to defend myself or something like that. I'm just giving you an insight into how I actually ate. And, because it was in the freezer, I would rarely probably go in there and have one of these pizzas. I can't even remember making one at all. Maybe I made one single one. But I find that gluten-free is always best. Always go for gluten-free. Roquefort is gluten-free. That's why I recommend corn pasta. And seitan and stuff like that, which is essentially just wheat gluten. I don't recommend that. Not for your digestion. It is not optimal. It's highly processed. And just a word about these processed foods seitan, roasts and stuff like that. I've had them a little bit in the past, but I mean, it's very privileged basically to have these products because, we should be able to just have them in their whole form, rather than need them processed into some fake meat. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who try and say, oh, you're living a privileged life out here, out here in the jungle and stuff and growing your own food. It's this is not a privileged life. I made this choice. This is actually the way that most of the world lives, poverty-stricken world, lives off-grid, growing their own food or trying to grow their own food. That's not a privilege. That's a choice that we make. And the land here was actually cheaper than my house in the city. So I always find it funny that people would be like, oh, you're living a privileged life. It's this is not privilege. It's freaking hard. It can get really hard out here, to be responsible for your own food. That's not a privilege. That you have to work for that. And the people in the city are actually being provided food from the people who live out here, essentially. So I just want to say a word on those products too. I mean, these products are so extremely privileged that not only does someone have to grow it for you, they also have to then process it into these fake flesh products. And Swayze eats a lot of them. Unnatural Vegan, we know she, for one, is pushing them a lot and eating them a lot, but it's extremely privileged, to go beyond the whole food, basically, and have these processed, fancy, fake animal, flesh produced for you. It's like a fake animal industrial revolution. It requires It requires heaps of machinery and processing, big factories, labor. I mean, how many processes do these foods actually go through before they get to you? You know, I just wanted to make a point of this. You know, it's industrialized food and no one has a need for these privileged processed lab meats. Okay, no one. You should be eating the whole food at the very least. If you want these fancy, you know, fake meats or whatever, okay, here and there. But like, if you're really focused on them and your diet is involving a lot of them, then you've really got to like clean it up. I mean, even occasionally, there is really no reason to eat these. Just eat rice, eat potatoes, eat sweet potatoes. These are the healthy, you know, options that you can have that are cooked, the healthier options. This is the whole privilege thing. It really gets me. It's like only privileged people can afford these highly processed foods. And if you don't like the taste of boiled, unsalted grains, then think about it. Should you be eating them? That is the question. And I do recommend it as a backup, and I always will. But you do have to, you know, make that connection between, is this really food? If I don't want to eat it in its unsalted, uncooked state, then should I be eating it? You know, new life comes from seeds. Fruit trees can live and produce for like 100 years. You know, if you don't have land, you're like that you're growing your food on, or that you're trying to grow your food on, you're essentially an orphan because units don't provide you with any resources. You're basically a slave dependent on a fragile system. So you need to keep that in mind, okay? You need to protect your future and your food security.
That's it. Bam.
Okay, so that's it. That is my food, what's in my fridge back in 2016. As you can see, things have improved a lot. If you look at my current fridge, we'll just have a quick zip over there. If you haven't checked it out yet, definitely check out my new what's in my fridge video. You can see that there is a vast improvement in what I'm eating, that is for sure. But still, I was on Raw to 4 back then, and that was still a clean fridge essentially. And but of course, this is more eating in line with nature's design and my species specific diet. So yeah, go and check that out. Okay, don't forget to go fruit yourself, and I'll see you soon.